Rev up your engines!
QN and Scotty saw a video that said K&N filters allow dust particles to the critical engine components and actually grind the pistons. What do you think about it? Should I stick with OEM for my Triumph Daytona? Here's the thing. K&N air filters, they're good air filters. They're reusable. You can clean them and re-oil them. They have to have oil put into them to collect the dust. Well, they filter quite well, but they also will clog up a lot faster in dusty environments. You have to decide whether you're going to take care of them or not. If they get all clogged up and pieces start coming off, yeah, it'll wear things out faster. Basically, you got a Triumph Daytona 675. It's a motorcycle. Really, for them, the paper filters are best because they're just paper and they get dirty. You take them out, whack them, get the dust off, vacuum them, or have a spare one. And they're so easy to change on those things anyway. A little box comes in and out. I'd stick to the factory ones, you know. They'll work just as well. And then you don't have to think about them getting all clogged up with dust and stuff getting inside them. John Simmons Chenard says, I don't know why people keep getting mad at Scotty, saying this car's bad or this isn't good. He wants you to save money elsewhere, and he's absolutely right. Okay, yeah, people do get mad at me because some people get emotionally involved in vehicles. And then they say, oh, he's nuts, that's a great vehicle. I even had a guy once in England tell me how great Jaguars are and they don't break and, oh, they're wonderful cars. You know what you're talking about, you know? I laughed at that one. I mean, who knows what the truth is on the internet. But unfortunately, people get emotionally involved in their cars. Don't ever do that if it's your transportation device. Now, if it's your toy, that's perfectly fine. Go right ahead and have a 68 Jaguar that's your toy, and you polish it, and you take it out on Sundays when it's not raining, you know? It's a toy. It's fun. It's a completely different thing than getting something that you're going to drive every day that's going to be dependable transportation. You know, it all depends on what you want. Like earlier today, I even told the guy, go ahead and buy the standard transmission BMW because, hey, if you can get one for $5,000 and you want a toy for the weekend, why not? I got customers to do that and they have fun with it. But you don't go buy a brand new BMW for $80,000 and then find out when it's 8 years old it's worth $8,000. You know, I'm trying to help the average guy out here. Hey, whenever my gas tank is at half mark, my car feels weak or slower. Is that the sign of a bad fuel pump? It often is. Or the strainer that feeds the fuel pump. The fuel pump's there and it's got this little strainer sock that's a filter. And if either of those are weak, when you get low, there's less pressure of the gasoline, and so it has to suck more. And it usually is that the internal fuel pump or the sock is going bad. Anytime you're changing that pump, always put a new sock on it because you never know if it's clogged inside. And the things cost like $5-6. If you don't change that, it's dumb because then if it's somewhat clogged up, you'll have the same problem. And if you got to pull the gas tank to do the job, you're going to be kicking yourself. Anytime you've got a job where you see something is affiliated with it and you got to do a lot of work, change the whole thing. Do it yourself. You're under there cursing and swearing, ripping those parts apart. So always use all the parts that are affiliated with that system when they go bad. Arnold Lobato, Scotty, please make a video why Honda doesn't want to recall their 1.5 turbo engines, oil douching problems. And while the NHTSA is not pressurizing Honda, unlike the Chinese government who stopped them selling them because of it. Well, here we go. Capitalism. The Chinese, the communist government, they can do whatever they want. If they see they're getting bad engines set over, they can stop it, you know? They obviously have a problem with the oil dilution, and it's going to wear the engines out faster. You get gasoline and oil, it's going to make the engine not lubricate as well, and it won't last as long. It's only common sense. But the problem with the NHTSA is that's safety. They're mainly interested in safety stuff. An engine that wears out earlier, a lot of times they let that stuff slide by. I know they shouldn't, but a lot of times they do because, hey, Honda's a big corporation. They make a lot of cars, have a lot of money, and I'm sure they've got a little lobby in Washington like everybody else does. You know, I think it's cool that the Chinese stopped them because of those engines. I think that's interesting, you know. Xavier Rodriguez. I think Scotty's smart because he works outside and gets sun, and that's a good idea. Well, you know, that's actually a very valid point. I sometimes get mechanics yelling at me and saying, Scotty, you can't do that. You can have a fire if you do this or that. And I said, no, you can do a fire because you're working inside a building in a sealed atmosphere where gas vapors are built up, chemicals are built up, and you can have a fire. I work outside and I have a giant fan, so all of it dissipates. I've never had any fire problems because of that. It's all out in the open. And if you are out in the open, you're going to feel better. You don't feel enclosed. You don't have to worry about carbon monoxide building up because even if you have a garage that's got tubes that you stick on the exhaust that's supposed to make the exhaust go outside and not stay inside. There's always some leakage. They don't seal correctly. A lot of times guys are too lazy and they don't put them on. It's much better working outside than it is working inside. And yeah, we all need some vitamin D. There's no arguing that. And the best way to get it is to stand out in the sun.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.